This next clip actually shows the relaxed mother in hypnosis while you can hear the screaming of another woman
right,
down the hall.
hallway.
So let's go ahead and go to that clip now, Mitch.
Childbirth with no drugs and no pain? Yeah, right. But that's exactly what two women are hoping to achieve. And they're not superwomen, they're just patients of a doctor who says hypnosis can take the hard work out of labor. Again, Lisa Rudolph.
We've had some wild deliveries with music.
Early on in the hypnosis course, 27-year-old Jamie Weiss, a first-time mother-to-be, had high hopes for how it would help her delivery.
I think I'm going to stay in control and be able to talk and make jokes.
That's the fairy tale version.
I always wanted to be Cinderella.
But a month later, when Jamie was 34 weeks pregnant, 6 weeks before her due date, her father died suddenly after a massive stroke. She began having serious doubts about whether the hypnosis would work for her.
I called Dr. Goldman and I said, I can't do this. I feel like I'm going to have a panic attack, like, you know, my heart is going to come out of my chest.
Then, something else Jamie couldn't control. The couples were supposed to learn how to handle complications during birth in the 6th and final hypnosis session.
We never went to our last one.
We didn't make it.
6:25.
Just one day before the last class, almost 3 weeks before her due date, Jamie's water broke in the early hours of the morning. These pictures were taken at home shortly after it happened.
A little bit of problems here.
We didn't even have bags packed. But we weren't running around crazy. We both stayed pretty calm.
I went over the Edison Bridge on the way to the hospital. The time says, what, Dom?
6:40.
6:40.
Even though Dr. Goldman believes in hypnosis, he's still a regular physician who can and does use all the tools of conventional medicine.
We're ready.
When 8 hours later, Jamie still hadn't gone into full labor, Dr. Goldman decided to speed things up with a drug called Pitocin, which can also make contractions dramatically more intense.
I looked at Dawn and thought, great.
It wasn't long before her contractions started coming a lot faster and a lot stronger. But Jamie showed no signs of discomfort.
I keep telling myself with every one I'm getting closer and closer, even though I know I have a long ways to go.
In spite of worries about how the stress over her father's death would affect her concentration, Jamie, her father's picture next to her bed for good luck, was listening to her mood music and going deeper into hypnosis.
Dr. Goldman had told us that the more often your contractions come, the closer you get, you go deeper, and I did. I just feel like I got pulled into that tape.
Jamie, who just a few weeks earlier was on the verge of panic attacks, unable to concentrate, was so focused she was unaware of other family members in the room or another woman in labor wailing down the hall.
Oh my God!
12 hours into labor, Jamie's contractions were coming every 2 minutes. We checked on her progress with Dr. Goldman down the hall.
With 12 hours of work under her belt, she doesn't even look like she's breaking a sweat yet.
Seconds.
At 14 hours, she was walking around, even laughing.
I don't have any pains. I have some pressure. It's not that bad. Nothing I can't bear.
15 hours into labor, she seemed alert, but in fact, she had lost all track of time.
I said something to him about the 3 contractions that I had to stand there, and he said, you didn't stand there for 3 contractions, you stood there for 4 hours, and I had no idea.
After 17 hours of labor, the ultimate test of whether the hypnosis worked, Jamie's contractions were at their peak. Though she had taken a drug that makes contractions more intense, she'd had no pain medication whatsoever. For most women, a time of total agony. She was so calm, when Don's mother went into the labor room, she thought something was wrong with Jamie.
And the first thing she said is, my gosh, what kind of drugs is she on?
I heard her say, what did they do to her? And I said, I'm just relaxed.
All right, it's about 4 minutes after 11 and you're complete. We'll see how quick you can push this sucker out.
Jamie remained in control, never a cry or even a grimace.
Good, and now make yourself very deeply relaxed.
At times, she even appeared to be asleep. Remember, she never learned Lamaze breathing. She'd had no epidural, nothing, not even a Tylenol for any discomfort.
Very good. Save up your energy. You've got all the power in the world.
Because she remained relaxed throughout her 18 hours of labor, Dr. Goldman says not only were the contractions less intense in spite of the Pitocin, she had also conserved energy until she really needed
Start to
it.
bring your legs up then. Take a breath.
Ready? 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 5 and 6 and 7 and 8 and 9 and 10.
Take a breath and push.
1 and 2 and 3 and 4.
Good girl. Keep pushing it.
6 and
After
7
29 minutes of pushing,
and 10. One more big breath.
Push down. Got a girl.
Jamie and Don met their son, Jaden.
Beautiful. Perfectly. Okay, now relax. Relax. It's going to come out by itself now. Take a look at your baby.
Here the baby comes.
Hi, Mom. There's an arm. There's an arm.
And it is.
Here it is.
Outside woman.
Open your eyes, honey. You're opening your eyes so big. I don't know how, but I just stayed real relaxed from the beginning, and I think that's important. And every time I felt a contraction, I just pictured my whole body go limp.
Here's what you worked so hard for.
Washing my hands. Don't hold them.
I think I could have probably lifted a house. I felt that powerful.